Hi guys, welcome to another video by me, Computerfy, and today I have another tutorial series for you because I know you like my tutorial series. Like with my web browser, I remind you again that that's really close to being finished, hopefully. But what we're doing today, as you can see in the title, is we are creating a Visual Basic application with the Twitter API. Now, if you want the Twitter API, that is in the description. So yeah, you can get that from the description, and also, as usual, the code is in the description. However, I don't really encourage you to get the code from the description. I encourage you to type it out yourself, to be honest. I know it's a lot of work, but then you'll learn. Instead of just copying and pasting code from a text document all the time, you actually learn something. So yes, so what we're going to be using, as I said, is the Twitter API from the Twitter dev site. So yeah, that's what we're doing today. So what you want to do is create a new project, as we do, and I'm just going to name it Twitter API. If you don't know what API stands for, it's Active Protocol Interface, by the way. Tutorials. So once it's loaded, I'm just going to change a few properties on this. So I'm just going to set it as center screen, set that as fixed single, get rid of the maximized box, show icon false, and I will change that to just saying Twitter application using Twitter API. So yes, I'll just create that. Then what you want to do is to get your application, because if you don't do this, bit of a typing error, because if you don't do this, your application won't work, and you'll see why. So what you want to do is you want to go onto this site here, dev.twitter.com. Then what you want to do is you want to sign in. I think you only have to sign in with what you use for Twitter, so your usual Twitter sign in. Then what you want to do is you want to go to my applications. I think I need to reload the web page. Sorry about that, just a bit of an error there. But so what you want to do is you want to create a new application like so. Type in the name. So I'm just going to type in Computerfy Twitter application like so. And what you want to do is I'm going to type in using the, I used something that I typed out before, website http, is that what I typed out before? You got your developer rules of the road, read that if you want, but I don't. Click yes I agree, and then type in the captcha or whatever it's called, 1244, like so. Create your Twitter application. You can't include Twitter in the name, so I'll just call it I'll put TW application then, if that's fine with that. And yeah, we've done that. So once you've done that, we can get back onto the application. In fact, what we want to do is we want to set the access level. So you want to go to there. Sorry, go back. Clicked on the wrong thing. Go to settings. You can choose an icon if you want, but I'm not doing that. Go to read and write access messages. Update this Twitter application settings, and then we're done. So then what you want to do is you want to go back onto your Twitter application, and you want to create a suitable GUI for it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a picture box up here. Now this is going to be for displaying the user's tweets, the user's profile image, sorry. So I'm just going to set a few properties on that. Background color is going to be white, I'm going to set a border style of fixed 3D, and I'm going to set the image to let's see what the size of this image is first. I'm going to set it to zoom, so the image will just fit really. And then in fact I might make it a bit smaller, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a rich text box. That's going to display who you're following, their tweets basically. So that's going to be in this part. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a button, and that button is going to be saying verify, so you can verify with Twitter. Verify. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a label saying hi, and then we're just going to put a colon, because what that's going to do is we're going to have our name next to that. We're going to program it to say your Twitter name. So I'm just going to set the font to, let's say there, like that. And so yes, what we're going to do is I'm just going to name that profile pic. You name yours whatever you want, TW and then underscore name. I'm going to name that verify BTN. I'm going to name that to tweets. And what we're going to do after that is we're going to add a text box again. So I'm just going to make that font a tiny bit bigger, or just a bit bigger, like so. And I'm going to stretch it across. Add another button. Won't use that button there, like so. And I'm going to change that to post. Post, like that. So then what we can do is we've got our GUI. We can now start coding. So what we want to do is we're going to go to project, add a reference. So this is where we import the Twitter API DLL file, which I've told you is in the description. And I'm going to go to, in fact I'm going to go to browse, documents, Visual Studio 2000 no, go back. I've got DLL libraries, Visual Basic Libraries, DLLs, Twitter VB, DLL, okay. And that's imported into our thing now. So what we want to do is we want to double click on the form, and up above where it says public class form 1, what we're going to do is go imports Twitter VB2. So that's sorted. And what we want to do, Twitter VB2, like that. Then what we want to do is we want to declare the variable. So to declare a variable, we go dim Twitter, or name it whatever you want, TW Twitter as new Twitter API. So we're just basically declaring that when we create the application. So then what we want to do is we're going to verify our Twitter. So when we press this verify button, it's going to verify it. So what we're going to do is go Twitter, the variable we just declared, dot authenticate with and what we're going to do is we got 4 variables to put in to connect to our Twitter. So the first one is, as highlighted on here, consumer secret. So what you have to do is you go to your dev applications, go back to details, and we're looking for our consumer key here. So what you want to do is copy that, go to your application and paste it in. Then what it's looking for is a consumer key secret. So that's this here. You're supposed to keep this a secret, but I'm doing it for a tutorial. So yes, paste that in. Then what it's looking for is a token. So then what we want to do is go to create my access token down here. So that's going to create that for us, and then what we want to do is copy that access token like so, paste that in. Then what it's looking for is our token secret, which is also here. And if you remember, we set our permissions. If you don't set that to read and write, or read and write and direct messages, you're going to get errors like exception errors. So I recommend you do that. Then what we want to do is we want to go down a few spaces, because now when we click that verify button, it's going to authenticate with them codes from our Twitter dev application, what we set up before. So then what we want to do is once we've done that, is we're going to type in profile pic dot background color equals color dot white. So just make sure it stays that white color. Then what we're going to do is we are going to type in profile pic. Now this is for displaying the user's profile picture. So picture box dot image location equals Twitter dot account information dot profile image URL. So that's just gonna put that there. So, and what we're gonna do when we click that is we're gonna get the name dot text, which was, if you remember, that label there. Just checking what time we're on at the moment. We're doing 15 minutes on my clock. And right, what have we named that? tw.name dot text equals hi, and then put a comma and a space or whatever you wanted to say, hello, plus Twitter dot account information dot name. So that's good. You can either put your screen name or their name. I'll just put their name. And then what we want to do is we want to display the tweets in there like so. So go down a few spaces again. I'm going to put for each tweet as Twitter status in Twitter dot home timeline, and then it creates that. Tweets dot append text. Then what we want to do is we want to do a VB new line, simple VB command codes there, and we're going to put another VB new line, and then put Twitter tweet dot user dot screen name. So just explain it there, I'm not stopping there. What we're gonna do is display the person who made the tweet, so your follower. We're gonna display their name. Then what we're gonna do is gonna plus VB new line, and then put tweet dot text. So we want to see what their tweet is. Then we're gonna put plus VB new line, and then what we want to do, we want to display the time of where, or our local time of when it was created. So tweet.created at local time plus VB new line plus VB new line, and then what we want to do is plus, and then we'll get a bunch of lines. I'll just put a line there just to separate all the tweets out evenly. So once we've done that, I think that I'm going to end the part here, but I'm just going to demonstrate this to you. Save that, and we'll debug the application. Hopefully this will work. We've got a bit of an error here. I'll just pause this video here while I sort this out. Right, I found what the error is. I remember now. What you've got to do is you've got to set it from whatever profile you're on to Net Framework 4. You've got to set it to that and then click yes. And it'll ask you to save your project if you haven't saved it already. And hopefully that's worked. So it'll knock everything off, but you just have to double click on your form and press the debug, and hopefully it will work now. Yes, this has worked so far. So once you've done what you can do, click verify. And yes, we've got that working. So I'm signed in with Tech Boundaries right now, my other channel. Check that out. So yes, then what we've got our tweets here. And if you want to change something, like double click on there and we can go to link, if I can find that, link clicked, process dot start, and then what you want to do is brackets e.link text, and then if you click on a link, verify it. It does take a long time to verify this, but my internet connection isn't the best at the moment. But yes, what you do, you click on a link, and it takes you to that link. So that's working. So now what we want to do is we want to set a status update, so that when we do that, we can post really. So did we name that? I can't remember. No, we didn't, but it doesn't matter. Just click the post button. What we're going to do is Twitter dot update, and then what we're going to do, brackets text box 1 dot text, and we should be good to go. So I'm just going to log on to my Twitter, and right, so we're on here, and I'm just using my tweet deck at the moment, but you can see my tweets here, and I'm going to debug the application right now and verify. Everything's working at the moment. I'm going to post, this was a test tweet for my Computerfy tutorial series in vb.net, and post that. Now you could set a message box to this, but there we go, there's my tweet, and yeah, I did type it wrong, but at least we know it's working, and it's tagged something in there. So, but anyway, we've got that sorted, and as you can see, that's working at the moment. So in the next part, I'll be teaching you how to see your direct messages and things like that. So thanks for watching, and I will see you.